Hello, everyone, and welcome to round 2, back 9, the semifinals from the Disc Golf Pro Tour Championship, presented by Barbasol here at Nevin Park in Charlotte, North Carolina. BigBarri commentary, Jeremy Koling, Paul Ulibarri. And the story in the front 9 very easily could have been, oh boy, these guys are blowing it. Let's see if they hold on. That's not the story.
No, they're playing really well. They're getting birdies. They're saving some nice pars. They're all making some very good putts. I mean, Calvin missed a couple on the front. He just took a bogey. He's 15 under par. As we look at the scores, 6 under is in. I gotta believe that gets a little bit better.
Yeah.
It could be 7, 8 to get in, and that's what these guys have to think. Kyle, the worst on the card, he has 3 strokes to spare. Don't give those back, and you're looking good. For Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, I got to give you some credit here. The crystal ball is clear with this one. You were projecting 7 under from the start of yesterday, but like you said, right now it currently sits at 6, which means if it stays that way, Kyle's got 5-shot buffer on that. Just 9 holes to go. You just have to imagine it'd have to be a meltdown for any of these guys to not qualify and be in the top 12 heading into the finals. Hole 10 is the easiest hole in the course, uphill 333 feet, and Ricky has got its number.
Yeah, that didn't look great. It was high, kind of pushed on the right side.
Parked. One of the things that was really nice about watching this card play the front 9 is they all just look so smooth and calm, and you really get to see some beautiful golf when these guys aren't in the pressure cooker. I mean, they are just playing free. And this course does not allow people to play free. Charlotte is known for putting players in straitjackets. And these guys are just swinging their limbs around like they've never felt the constraints of a tight fairway ever in their life.
I mean, Isaac he makes fairways look very big, and he makes that one look ginormous. It is the easiest hole in the course, so I'm not surprised with how they're making it look.
2.42 average. I guarantee you come to Nevin and you go to hole 2 and you look at how uphill it is, and then you realize I got to throw a fairway driver pretty hard here, if not a distance driver for most players. You're going to say these guys are birding this hole like it's nothing? What? But
yeah,
different level.
Hole 2 being hole 10, this layout.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just am on default here. This is original 2.
Star frame.
And of the star frames, we've seen this clearly being the least surprising one, but still always nice to see.
I throw fast on it, fast driver, and and it's like a good distance for that shot. So you hit that on the nose. It plays pretty far uphill.
I mean, 333 uphill the whole way, probably 40 feet in elevation. I mean, that's an every bit of 380-foot drive that these guys are throwing, and it just doesn't look like that at all. Now look at our top 10 here. Quite a bit of separation this card is creating from them to the next, but it just doesn't matter once this round is over. It will be a great reset. All players going back to even par, and the cards will be separated by tour points from the season. So it doesn't matter really what you finish out to par today as long as you are in the top 12.
Yeah, and this, pardon me, this hole can provide a little drama for you, because if you don't throw an absolute perfect putter shot, you could end up at that 35 to 40 foot range, and that brings the double bogey into play.
This hole was scary when the basket wasn't elevated.
Honestly, the best thing you can do is park it. Second best thing you can do is land where they landed.
Yeah, well,
honestly,
there's no question.
Where you just lay it up.
I think I'd like to do what this guy's doing.
Sick.
Give me some of that. Oh, almost hits the bucket. And now it's a layup. Yeah, I like the speed of going putter here. Calvin can throw it pretty full. That is exquisite. That deserves every bit of the fall of flight. Pushing it left side, knowing it's going to turn about halfway through the flight and just get to the ground and slide. You cannot draw up hole 11 any better than that.
With a little hyzer out of the hand, which is easier to negate the pull factor. So you're just kind of throwing it straight. This is actually really tough.
Needs to slow down coming into the green, and that is going to find its way all the way down the hill. Kyle in danger of taking his first bogey.
He's been in danger a few times today. He's been able to make a lot of nice putts.
See if his...
oh, there's the spot. I like that. See?
Sure.
That's double bogey spot.
You shouldn't like that, but
I
yeah.
do. I'm a commentator. Let's see. Isaac, you don't need to make that, sir. I promise.
See how aggressive Kyle gets. And a great height, just a little bit wide.
Rick doesn't need to make this, but you know what?
Oh, he's going for it.
Yeah.
He looks as calm as I've ever seen him too. And, oh boy.
The double bogey spot.
Oh boy. And double bogey it is for Ricky. I've seen Ricky take some double bogeys in my day. And this might be the least I've ever seen him care about one.
Yeah. You're just never going to see this caliber of player lay up for bogey on this type of hole. It just isn't going to happen.
Sure. If this was later in the event,
he's not
perhaps
laying that up. He's just outside the circle.
Oh, I mean, like I'm saying, like if it were this round still, and it was later, and the situation called for it, yes, of course he lays that up. But this is more of just, I think, for these guys at this point, as well as they've played to hole 11 through 11 holes. This is just kind of practice for the weekend. Yeah. It's like tournament practice, which is a little bit better than just your average practice round. It still goes in the flow of play.
Well, they are going in the meat of the tough part of the course, and so taking a double bogey on one of the easier holes, he has 3 shots on that 7 under, 6-4 on 6.
Four on. No, he's at 11 now.
Oh, he is.
Yeah,
he
got
didn't
4.
go to 10. Okay.
Yes.
Yep. But still, 2 more double bogeys, and all of a sudden,
we've seen him get double bogeys in droves. So hopefully he doesn't find that kind of failure here in the back 9 of the Nightmare at Nevin, as it is sometimes called.
It is. It's just an absolute nightmare.
It's a nightmare you love to visit, though. No?
I have dreams of never playing here. Think about
You
that.
go play Angry Beaver, and I don't enjoy the challenge of Angry Beaver. I love coming to Nevin, but it does set up better for the forehand play.
I have
maybe that's
dreams of never playing the Nightmare again.
I love this place.
I'm just kidding. I enjoy the challenge. One of my favorite places to play right here.
Kyle inside forehand line and skips up in a soft skip, and it's a good thing. Otherwise, he could have found himself out of position, but he'll like where that landed.
It's like playing chess, you know, Jerm? You know what I mean?
It seems like you didn't really understand what I meant when I said it on the front 9.
Saying, yeah.
Oh, Reiki all the way in the ditch. That will probably be a standstill forehand delivery, I think, based on how high the delivery will need to be. But we'll see. He might be able to get it back in out of there. Former course record holder Paul Ulibarri here at the 2012 World Championships.
Yeah. Back when I was a young whippersnapper like these boys. No fear in the world.
Oof. Kyle off left. Nearly perfect with that left to right drifter.
Throwing 330-foot bombs.
And Isaac has agreed to just jump putt the rest of the course throughout the last 7 holes.
Ooh, sidearm roller maybe. He's going to do it, isn't he?
That looks so good. I mean, what on earth? He almost threw it in with a forehand roller. That is so good, Ricky. So good. Just stop it with a double bogey, nearly flick roller deuce combination.
Isaac. Very nice. Covers the ditch well. Oh, Calvin liked it so much he's going to give it a go. Yeah,
that's called inspiration.
It doesn't look the same.
No, you want a little flippier. Need to get that flick roller down. If you're not trying to go left early, you got to get down with something pretty overstable. Not to say that Calvin doesn't know that.
He didn't do it. He doesn't know.
I knew I was smarter than the chemical engineer grad from UF. Also known as the best player in the world.
Also known as making these.
Just off right side.
Uh-oh.
Calvin in danger of going 10 over par on this hole. A single bogey will do.
Yep, not too shabby.
Great birdie for Rick. Hard hole to birdie the 12th.
Let me tell you this.
Tell me.
Ricky, on this course, the field needs to be terrified because he is putting up so many birdies with the. Imagine where he'd be without the double bogeys.
Yikes.
Just imagine.
I mean, it'd be exactly where he is, safe to go on.
But I'm just saying.
But his actual score would be ridiculous.
When you look at these players and you look at what is possible, Ricky's ceiling is looking nuts.
Repetitive stress injuries are one of the most common reasons that disc golfers have to take time off from playing the sport they love. With the average disc golf bag weighing up to 25 pounds, this can add up to over 2,000 pounds of accumulated stress on your body during a single round. A cart gives you the ability to bring what you need on the course without the repetitive heavy lifting. This reduces the number of stress points you experience during a round, keeping you at your best.
And you're not wrong about that. Ricky right now leading the field in birdie percentage. 53%. It's just absurd. You cannot birdie 1 out of every 2 holes out here.
No.
And he's birdieing more than that.
Yeah.
It's pretty outrageous. As we look over the par 4 13th, 630 feet. Gonna require most of that distance here off the tee. You'd like to get about 330 to 340 and try to make your drive finish off to the right side.
Oh, Ricky.
Kinda like that minus the little tiny stump that should have been pulled out of the ground. Mark Huther, I will yell at you after I'm done with commentary.
Oh, that's pretty lovely. A lot of love.
Nice nestle in the fairway after the little twizzle. This is what dreams are made of, not nightmares.
Oh, yeah, you are right. That's a nice little kid.
Did a little dance back into the fairway too. Good disc. Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? Staying on the left side there will open up the forehand around the corner. I think Calvin should be in a decent spot to try to save the par.
Very good.
Yep, it will require a pretty delicate downhill approach from there, but it's good work from the position off the tee. He's got a flippy little forehand, doesn't he?
That was flipping.
It's just a little flip. Kind of has the same hand action with the forehand that he does when he's putting. Just
Oh, you don't need love like
that's
that.
some tricky Ricky stuff right there.
Imagine what Nevin's feeling as Ricky's playing.
It's not
like,
good.
It's like, what is going on? I'm throwing double bogeys at this guy.
Yeah.
He won't stop.
Throwing the whole kitchen sink at this dude. And not, oh, really? You're just going to bank off me to the basket? Might as well give Kyle the same kick.
Nevin just starts not liking him so much. He starts.
Oh, Calvin Heimburg off the top. No way.
I was gonna say it just starts kicking everybody else in the fairway.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's kind of been doing that all weekend.
Yeah.
And Isaac nearly ringing it up from 80 feet. What a fantastic bid from Calvin from back in the fairway. Meanwhile, Ricky covers up that double bogey real quick with a couple of birdies.
It's honestly not a good idea to give him a double bogey because he's just been.
Oh, it's
going
always
on-
been a bad idea.
It's been going on an absolute shred fest after every one.
And you guys have seen this for the last 6-7 years with Jomez, but this dates back to Ricky 2010, 2011 Ricky, when he was just a young little pup. he would get a bogey and he would follow it up the anger birdies. And it was an anger birdie session that would last about 7 or 8 holes. And it was unlike anything we'd really ever seen before. And it just motivated him to get back into it. Yeah, double bogey's not a good idea to throw towards Ricky Wysocki.
Well, if you're going to throw a double bogey at him, this would be a good one to do it on because it's 406 dead straight in feet. Add, I would say, 40 extra feet to that. That's how far it plays, 440, something like that, up the hill. Just dense woods on both sides. So if you barely miss, which these guys barely miss, it could end up being a really horrible kick.
And this is doing nearly the same thing it did yesterday. It's going long. Gets a tricky Ricky kick. Back to the basket. Pin high, 24 feet for birdie. Kyle laced this one up yesterday. Today, off right side, off left side, and back into the middle. You never see that.
I've heard of it. I haven't ever seen it, though.
Now you have.
Isaac.
Does it cease being fun when you're that good? I
think
don't know.
it's probably fun.
Yeah.
Ask this guy. Zoom.
Zoom.
Look at this disc just going on the ride of its life. It's like,
That is
yeah.
so zippy and perfect. That is so good. Well, this card hit a total of 3 trees, all by Kyle. And makes quick work of the approach. And just like in my eyes, stepping up to that putt, 0% chance he was going to miss.
Yeah. I thought he was closer than he was.
Didn't matter. He could have been another 40 feet. I was certain he was about to make that putt. I was out here. I actually haven't seen anything. I'm not looking at scores right now. This is the first time I've seen all this stuff. I was out there today doing live coverage on the 3rd card, which is where all the drama was really taking place. And every once in a while, we hear something like a little clapping, but I didn't know what card it was coming from, but probably was this card. We got a big crowd, and these guys are just routinely doing great things. Great birdies for Isaac, Ricky, and Calvin. I mean, could you even imagine a star frame on 14? When I saw them put this tee pad all the way back at the 406 location, I just thought, why are you guys trying to make it undoable? It just seems too hard. Not for these guys.
No, I agree with you. I think the problem now with making all these holes as difficult as possible is you're creating absolute monsters to where they have to figure it out and then they're just getting better and better. And I'm like, how about we make an easy one like this one?
Yeah.
346,
No
gap on the right, gap on the left. Throw a few of these at them, bring them back to the basics.
Wow, Ricky's going for this late turn backhand turnover
it's too
line.
easy, Jerm.
Oh, he's got to make it more difficult.
Yeah. See, look at this.
Well,
I
mean,
can make it.
That was an ace run. Right height.
Explain that line you took, though. It's really not there. You have to get it to turn so late.
3rd card, 3 of the 4 of them did the same thing. And seeing Isaac, the way that he throws this line, it's pulled a little bit off the right side. Just can't get past that one obstacle tree. But yeah, the most direct line to the basket is this straight down the right side route. And that being said, Calvin is in Cambodia. That is
See what I'm saying? You
awful.
throw an easy one at him.
See what happens?
Yeah.
That's why I really like, if you guys will remember, the hole before this last year, the short dinker, the 212-footer with the basket right on the edge of a cliff was coming in at the same scoring average as that hole that we just saw them nearly star frame.
Plays tough. Whoa.
And I like the little short one sometimes. It makes you think. Calvin's going to try to avoid being down here over the weekend because this is the nightmare.
Even on the easiest hole, you can find a double bogey. Throw an old floppy or lumpy. It's lumpy.
Yeah, you said lumpy in the front. Yep. Oh, lumpy shouldn't roll that much.
Oh no, 8 feet for Isaac. He could kick that in there, I bet.
little low for Kyle.
I don't know how athletic Isaac is. He might not be able to kick that. What do you think?
I judge a lot of athleticism. Oh gosh, not on the way people speak, on how someone throws a football and how someone shoots a basketball. And I haven't seen him do either.
Ricky,
so I can't
unfortunately, squares up that tree and doesn't have much.
And I'm not saying that's the right parameters of judging that. That's just my personal way.
Yeah.
That's my litmus test. I could also judge somebody by the way they kick a soccer ball.
Oh boy, don't watch me.
I've seen you throw some ducks with a football, I'll say.
Right on target.
On target, quacking their whole way on the legs.
Yep. And then all of a sudden, 30 seconds later, they're doing a nice little end zone dance.
Calvin taking the double bogey, learning a lesson perhaps. Ricky nearly making the putt after the nice ace run. Take a look at those scores.
Nice Valley, Montana, with my family. When we were bored, my parents would just be like, go outside. That's where memories are made. It's such a part of childhood that I feel like is being lost today, and I have desperately tried to instill that into my kids.
Hole 16, 3 holes to go, and it gets so difficult from here. Uphill 410 feet. And you really have to throw this thing in the 450 to 460 range. And it's got to be on a line the whole way. And then just to make things really fun, just to kind of make things more interesting, they put the basket elevated. I feel like they could elevate the last hole and leave this one normal height. That's just my personal take. I do like that you can see the band from the tee, though.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, the 410 doesn't really tell you anything. If you throw this thing 410 feet, nice par.
Yeah. For sure.
Because it is up there. Isaac makes the fairway look monstrous, and this is going to be inside the circle.
Yeah, he does make it inside the circle.
It's a rarity on this hole. I don't know where Rick went. I think he might have pulled it a little bit right. Still
and it finished left in the end?
Yeah.
I
think he's going to have 45 feet.
Gosh, Kyle, this looks so good. Oh, my Lord.
Star frame. If they star frame this...
I'm out. Y'all can commentate the last two.
Oh, they're gonna.
Calvin needs a good skip.
No, they're gonna.
Okay, how close is Rick? Because yesterday he made a par save from about 65 feet away. Okay.
Oh, ain't no gimme. Oh, he had the little clunky donkey in the middle of the
How
straddle.
did that miss and then stay short and it hit chains? I don't understand. Did he hit the cage?
He hit the cage, yeah.
Oh, it looked like he hit chains from that angle. Nice putt hit for Calvin.
This is for sure. I don't care how good you are. It's a bonus birdie. This is a bona fide
Without
bonus.
question.
And these guys are just like ching chong, ching ching chong.
The par 4 location, which isn't necessarily super duper hard, is only 100 feet behind this pin.
Yep. Kyle's putting at it.
Oh, yeah. He's putting for eagle in the OG position. And he's putting for a birdie in this one, and he connects. And just like hole 14, we see 3 birdies. Remarkable drives. I mean, what can you throw at these guys to slow them down? I don't know at this point.
The easy ones.
The easy ones. Yeah, that's right. That's right. The little double bogey from Calvin.
Because they're so used to
that.
playing the hardest holes in the world.
Yeah.
That they're able to look at Isaac and Ricky at 7 under par.
Well, look, that's what I'm saying. 7 under for the round, but 7 under is currently on our screen at top 10, but right now, still in position to qualify is the 6 under mark for Adam Hammes.
What a miraculous round. If that could get him in, 8 under par, bogey free.
He texted Terry as these guys are driving through one of the most important drives on the course. This hole is going to have such a huge impact on the way this thing unfolds over the weekend. But Adam texted Terry in the live booth and said, you know, regardless of what happens, I just want to say it's been an incredible season. And if I don't make it, I can leave with my head held high, knowing that I left it all out there and I played one of the best rounds of my life today. So it's awesome to know that he recognizes that, as Kyle's drive just doesn't quite hyzer in time and it's out of bounds.
Early, too. Out of bounds early.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great story because, there's no way you can't gain confidence from an 8 under bogey
Course
free.
record. And he was out of position on 18 in a situation he knows 5 under most certainly will not qualify.
Yeah.
And he had to throw an incredible shot to get to 38 feet away. And Ricky hits early tree and made the 38 footer to finish the round bogey free.
What do you think? 950 rated player.
Great shot for Ricky to get back into position. He can save par now.
950 rated player. How long would it take them to get? How many rounds would it take them to get 8 birdies?
Eight total birdies?
Yeah.
I don't know. You could.
Look at this. It's not going to come back in bounds.
Kyle's looking at a nearly for sure double bogey. Good thing he's given himself plenty of buffer strokes. I mean, 5 rounds.
5 rounds.
I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I played 2 rounds here. I have 5 total. And I'm not in last place.
Yeah. Yeah.
This place is the 8 birdies in 1 round. No bogeys.
I need more information to answer that question properly.
Yeah, I'm just making
As Ricky almost dials up
gets it.
the 3. First tree and nearly birdies. Unreal. What a shot.
I guess I get the perspective. I'm trying to get the perspective of you're sitting at home, you're seeing these guys birdie.
Yeah.
And it's so unrealistic that 8 birdies, no bogeys.
Well, take 6 strokes off of Calvin's score. He's at 10 under through 2 rounds.
Yep.
So 8 birdies.
crazy.
It's going to take you a while.
Ricky, though, he'll do that in the first 9, but he'll also have a triple on there.
Kyle from way downtown, and that will be a double bogey.
Kyle does. No, double bogey. Never mind.
Isaac, this could go out of bounds, and does. Calvin, a chance to get the only birdie on the card, and does from outside C1. That's the kind of putting he's going to need to take this thing down over the weekend.
Yeah, he's got to make all those, I think, because somebody's going to.
Calvin's been proven all year that even when he's not making all those putts, his driving accuracy and efficiency and proficiency, all of those things, PPI and all the stats related to driving, he's just right there at the top of all of them. He can stay in the mix. The thing is, he will leave them all in the dust if he's making his putt from 35 and in. I mean, just forget about it. He is that good of a driver. Love that. Yeah, that's going in. Time to grab the mini.
On the stripe.
Joel Freeman had a nice finish to get to 7 under. And in the end, you know what? We'll just save it for after these guys play 18. We'll discuss how it all went down in the end and who got in. And you're going to see what the final scores and who makes it. But let's just take a look at 18 one last time before it really starts mattering. This OB line, if you can see that little white line, it's about 9 feet, if not more, off the Disc Golf Pro Tour wall. It is so difficult to see the landing zone. There's no safe way to play it for par. This is going to be the richest hole ever played in the end. And who knows what's going to take place over the weekend.
Unless there's a playoff. Hey.
Unless there's a playoff.
I'm calling it. There will be a playoff.
I hope so.
Oh, make him turn around. Really?
Dizzy.
Come on.
That's you just got dunked on, Josh. You got literally dunked on. You got turned around, crossed over.
Put him on spin cycle.
Dude, embarrassing.
Ricky.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. This is going to be so far turn. Is it coming back? It's got... Oh, my gosh.
I didn't know that was a thing. That's not a thing.
He ran out of fairway on this hole.
That's not a real thing. How do you hit that gap with that much speed? These guys are so dialed in. I'm just blown away with some of these shots right now.
You can't throw it that far.
Ricky throws it 8 million feet. Isaac left side. Now Kyle is going to try to keep this thing moving right, and he does. And this is just ideal.
Yeah.
If you need the birdie on 18, that's a good way to start.
He knows his disc, doesn't he?
I don't want to call him a lucky major winner. A title reserved for me.
That's not true. You were leading by like 5 shots or something. 4. Don't let him take away from you, buddy.
I just play into it.
I know you do.
If I take it away from them, then they can't hurt me.
Oh, well,
Out of bounds left.
That hurts. Calvin. He could take 12.
I want to see if Kyle, I mean, I think this is great practice. Is he going for it? Yeah, he is. Why not?
With a fairway.
And that is a wonderful and safe the whole way. At no point was there any doubt about his tee shot or his second shot. That being said, 2 remarkable shots leaves him outside C1.
How about a standstill? Oh, is this a layup?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that he had really the right opportunity to go for it. And I think that has gone out of bounds long. Just that layup area is tighter than you think.
These guys don't care, though. They're just chucking it forward. They're making progress forward. They know that at this point, 7 under is the mark to be in. 6 if you got the high seed.
So 6 is officially in, and it is Adam Hammes. James Proctor came into the final 2 holes at 7 under par and unfortunately took a bogey on each one of them. He had a putt from 30 feet away on 18 and unfortunately missed it high. By doing so, he allowed Nicolas Antala and Adam Hammes to get into the finals.
You know, one of the reasons I like that the tour makes you play the hardest course for this, as we get a little miss here from Isaac, and I wish we played. There's a place for easy courses, you know, get some birdies here and there. But I like the fact that there's a place where somebody can shoot 2 over par, 8 under, and make your way all the way back to move up that much ground.
Yeah.
I feel
8
like
under doesn't do that kind of work at other courses.
no, 8 under is the minimum. You got it to stay pace sometimes.
Yes, yeah,
And
right.
that means that 18 under is what you have to shoot, and that's just not realistic.
Totally.
And
Yeah.
so it's fun to have a course where you're like, you know what, if it's my day, even though I'm so far out of it, if it's my day and I play the best of my abilities, I can come all the way back and maybe have a chance. And that's what Adam did today. And that was because of the course design that they brought to us for the Pro Tour. And it was the best story of the day.
Yeah, it was.
Really was
in
the best
end,
story
yeah.
of the day. And that's why I feel like that needs to be a part of disc golf a little more.
Well, there we go. Adam Hammes taking that final spot at that big tie at 7 under. Adam Hammes, the top seed of the 6 unders. Nicolas Antala just falling a bit short. Also bogeyed 18, had a chance to get in. Unfortunately, unable. No, I think Nicolas.
No, Nicolas is in.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
excuse me. Nicolas got in. Proctor, the first one out, unfortunately. But Calvin Heimburg coming in with the most strokes to the field and ends up shooting the best score to par over the first 2 days. So that says a lot about where he's at and what he's out here to do.
There's a reason why he's leading the Pro Tour in points. It's because he does this all the time. Now, again, the person I'm looking at on the weekend, Ricky Wysocki, the guy is birdieing everything.
Scramble king.
But he's taking those double bogeys. If he can clean up the doubles, it's going to be really hard to compete with somebody who has a 50% birdie rate.
I've actually got, like right now at this very moment, goosebumps thinking about what we're about to see over the next 2 rounds. Scores are reset. The cards are going to be reseeded, and we are going to start a 2-round tournament racing for the biggest prize in disc golf history. 2 rounds here at Nevin Park. Can't wait to bring you the action. Look forward to it. See you tomorrow.